Once upon a warm summer dawn, the Stevenson family, a quartet consisting of Mom, Dad, and their two teenage kids, Ella, the bookish 12-year-old, and Max, the exuberant 14-year-old, eagerly stepped off the plane at a bustling European airport. Their eyes twinkled with dreams of winding cobblestone streets, hefty gelato scoops, and the Eiffel Tower shimmering like sunlight on water. Their adventure began on an amusing note when, at the baggage carousel, they discovered that their meticulously packed suitcases had decided on a separate vacation. "Must be in Timbuktu," sighed Dad, scratching his head as he rummaged through his carry-on. Fortunately, their travel agent had been a savior and instructed them on how to deal with such a mishap. With promises of a next-day luggage reunion by a kindly airline assistant, the family set off for their hotel in Paris. The hotel room was cozy and quaint with a perfect view of the bustling Parisian streets below. With an afternoon to spare, our intrepid travelers decided to explore the City of Light. At a charming café on the Rue Saint-Honoré, while attempting to decipher the menu, Mom bravely ordered what she thought was a cheese platter. Much to everyone's delight, and Dad's sheepish chagrin, it turned out to be a platter of the most exotic escargot. Ella and Max tasted them with giggles and dramatic faces, snapping fun pictures as evidence. Their journey continued with a moonlit river cruise down the Seine that sparkled like a million fireflies. They met a delightful elderly couple from Spain, who entertained the Stevensons with stories of their travels, while Max and Ella tried their rudimentary Spanish, inadvertently starting a hilarious game of charades. After Paris, the Stevensons took on Rome. Here, hardworking taxis zipped around like bees in a hive. The Colosseum stood majestically, but it was Max's new baseball cap that caught the attention of a curious seagull. The feathered friend swiftly swooped down, carrying the hat off into the Roman skies, leaving Max gazing with a mix of awe and disbelief. The highlight of their Roman adventure turned out to be when Ella, struck by thirst, unintentionally mimed her need for water, while attempting to converse with a jovial Italian vendor in a bustling piazza. By the time she was done, she had amassed a small crowd cheering her performance, showering her with candy and coins. By the time they reached the vibrant city of Barcelona, their luggage had mercifully returned, though their vocabulary was still lagging. At a lively flamenco show, Max asked for directions to how to buy a cat, instead of how to buy a snack, eventually unearthing a dialogue about the art of flamenco. The family's days were filled with unexpected language trials, and nights with the sweet and savory experiences of local cuisines. The mishaps, once sources of frustration, became tales of adventure and bonding. Each slip of the tongue or cultural twist turned into a hilarious story that stitched the family closer together. On the last night of their journey, as they sat atop a hill overlooking the great city of Barcelona, a golden sunset blanketing the landscape, Mom mused aloud. Perhaps it was these unplanned clouds on our itinerary that filled our trip with such unforgettable silver linings. Dad nodded as he added, "Can you imagine telling everyone about the joy of discovering that the people you're with are the true meaning of traveling?" Max and Ella still giggled as they reminisced about their countless hilarious blunders, and they both agreed that they had fallen in love with the world.